bear with me for a moment. Of course, I get messages right when I start. Okay, we're good there. Yeah. Happy Sunday evening to you. Welcome to the Hoosier Garage. I'm using my tripod. I'm just kind of setting it up on here. It's different. So, what's going on this week? Well, this has been a mildly unsuccessful week as far as getting things ready. Is that a Mustang? So, anyways, I ordered some parts last week through Napa Online, and they came 3 different shipments. One of them contained these 2 springs like you'll get on the 10-inch brakes. Those came successfully. Came in a small package. I got a ball joint, lower ball joints, the long ones, for the steering. And I got another ball joint, and it also was in the same shipment as some rear brake shoes for those 10-inch brakes that we have been obsessing about on this channel for the past few weeks, from the 11s to the 10s to the wide 10s, from the 11. Well, problem 1 with that box that had the shoes, an idler arm also for the steering, and then the lower ball joint, was they got my address wrong on that part. So somebody got dyslexic, the 5-number street digit, they mixed them up and they kept refusing delivery. Now the first part of the same exact order came no problem. It was correct. And when I looked at the online itinerary, it showed the address as it should be. Well, I end up having to contact them to contact me. This was UPS. And they said, well, here's what your address is showing, blah, blah, blah. Does this sound right? I go, no, that is actually incorrect. They go, oh, okay, well, what is the correct one? And I tell them, they go, okay, well, your other order here shows that, so confirm. We can have that changed and bring it or have it sent to you tomorrow, because they can't let it off the truck until it's confirmed. So we're making a change. So the next day, I happened to be at work, which this worked out okay. I'm okay with this part of it. They said, oh, we're sorry, we forgot to put it on the truck. And I said, well, I'm at work all day. I do 12-hour days, so that's fine. Just try to have it to me tomorrow. Thanks. She said, good, we'll do that. Well, I'm off the next day, and it shows up. It's there. It's on the back porch. After all this tribulation, it shows up. I open it. The box looks great. Actually, here is the box. Look, UPS did a great job. Actually, UPS was not to fault in any of that, except for maybe not putting it on their truck that one day. But they didn't mess my address up. That's on Napa. And I'm pretty sure the next part is on Napa too. Let me show you. They were still in the wrapper, these shoes. Look at that. Busted. Completely off. This side is good. It's kind of got some scratches in it though, probably from where they were stacked in there like that. And I could tell because this piece was laying in the box outside of the shrink wrap. Okay, so there's those 2. One's kind of good, one's really bad, awful, the worst one. This one's the other one. Yeah, there's some scuffing. I mean, I don't see any fractures or stresses. Now this side, this is that little piece that I showed you broke off, and this side's kind of gouged. So we have one side, it's bad. The other side's okay. And obviously here's the other half of the lining. So what I think, they were in this box, but you see the back of it's creased like that. I don't know. Maybe UPS did it. They wanted, Napa wants pictures of the box too. They're cool about it. They're going to send me a new set of the shoes. So I'll tell you what I wanted to do last Saturday. See, I ordered that stuff last Thursday, and I wanted to get it Saturday because it said it could be there Saturday. And get these plates, build them up, put them on the axle, put the axles in, be done with it. And then we can put our nice, pretty reconditioned drums on. But here we are a week and 1 day later, and I'm still waiting for the good parts. So wish me luck on that. I went ahead and put the idler arm on. I went ahead and put the ball joint on. And I did both. Here's the spindles. Here's your cradle for the calipers. And then these are brand new ball joints right here. I did the other side. It's laying over there on the floor. So both sides are good to go on that. And we got our little trees. And I see we're buzzing over here in the comments. So let me catch up, people. We got Mopo Driver. What's up, cuz? We got Mama M. Hello. You got Tall John's Fun Shop, Killer. John. Sup from Smoke Wrench Garage. That's only a few miles away. The weather is great today. I'm out here right now. It's probably about 35 now, maybe 40. It was about 45 to 50. Sunny. I had the van out here in the driveway. I don't know if I want to risk turning this around. It's dark and we missed the sunset, but there's the van out there. I had it out there working on checking some things because we're going to go to Indy, plan to go to Indy on Wednesday and be ready for Thursday to help Kyle on setup day at the Indy Mopar. Let's start over. The Indy Cylinder Heads Mopar Swap Meet Trade Show at the Indian State Fairgrounds in beautiful Indianapolis, Indiana. So checked the rear brakes. I was kind of wanting to know about some stuff there. Adjusted them. We checked all our spark plugs, looking for anything off there. Checking connections, checking valve cover bolts, which they had to actually work themselves loose. Tighten those down. Explains the oil leak on the passenger side. And then a couple other things. Topped off some fluids, transmission. So I think we're good there. I might grease some things in the front end tomorrow and then wash it. It will be ready to take. I got the hood. I've been talking about this. The hood for the Duster. It is sitting over there. See the, let me try to do this like the weatherman does. Right here, that's the top of the front edge of the hood standing up. See all the rust on it? Well, we're going to hopefully take it to Pro Strip Indy, which is only like a block and a half away from the swap meet. Off of 38th somewhere. I need to call them tomorrow just to confirm that it's okay, that we're good, that it's all kosher. If so, then we're going to load it up in the van, and the trunk lid. And then, you see what you see here. It's the same on both sides on that car. So all we really need to get this thing together is the hood, the trunk lid, and I got the piece that goes up under the grill back up there. It needs a little bit of work though, but try to get all that stuff loaded up, and hopefully I can drop it off, and then in a few weeks or whenever they get it done, even if it's a couple of months, we'll go get it. But it needs to get the ball rolling because it is great weather. Like I said, it's sunny. Felt nice. I was out here just working, just like this, so can't complain about that. Let me pull up comments again, since they love to disappear. Got Bigfoots and Mopars. He's going to be at Indy, so Lord willing. So if I think he'll be there Friday. I'm going to try to be around Friday so we can meet up, maybe do some collaboration. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to see something here. Colleen, yeah, all right. Mr. Foot, yeah, just got the back and forth going on. Patience, yeah, patience is a virtue. Cars more and more, 13 watching, let's push those thumbs up. Yeah, I appreciate that. If you get the thumbs up going, let me update you on channel stuff, Hoosier Garage channel. Big motivation for me on the channel is getting numbers. I like the analytics. I like you all watching. I put a pretty good effort into this. I put a pretty good style and editing into this, and branding, I guess you could say. And I love when people watch and give me feedback, and I get big numbers. It means a little bit of money here and there. I like that. Let's just be honest. Some people won't admit that, but I also like helping everybody out. And if you think that I've helped you out ever just by watching this channel, raise your hand right now or give me a thumbs up or something. because there's a lot of stuff I've learned over the years, and I'm still learning. I'm not going to be big shot guy, but there's a lot of stuff I like to help you with because you don't always need the top of the line, but there are certain things you need, and I'll tell you that. All right. So, like getting the numbers, I've been putting out a video about every 3 or 4 days the last couple of weeks, and the video we had today has done really good, and that was the one on the junkyard, and that was a video that I just had sitting around in a folder for pretty much a year, and I finally finished it off and thought I'll go ahead and put this up, and it's done really good. So thanks for watching. We got some new subscribers from that, so I appreciate that. We got Jeff in, we got Ben in, LM Crawford. I can get riveted brake shoes. Actually, Mopar Nut suggested that I get them. The factory style ones were bonded, but here's my problem. That's not the problem. I mean, yes, they broke, but honestly, if you have riveted ones and somebody drops them hard, they're going to break as well. It's just going to have rivets in it. So this is just basically abuse, misuse, mishandling of these items. That's what I think. Because I mean, look, it was glued on good. It just something caused trauma for both of those to break like that. That's just simple trauma, and these probably broke because it was all clamshelled onto each other. So that's really not I don't mind rivet, not rivet. The factory ones are just like this. Actually, it might even be factory ones because they have the groove down the middle. They may have come the aftermarket with that groove, but those are bonded, and these are probably 50 years old. If they're original, they were 53 years old. So there's just no excuse for the busting up of them, because like this one that's really bad, you can even see right here, it got impacted here, and that may have been what just knocked this whole edge off, So it's just abuse. That's really all there is to it. There's nothing. It's really not a rivet versus bonding issue. Okay. So either way on that, we're at least in the OEM spec on that. Let's see. Okay, indirect connection. If you make it, it'll be Saturday. See, I won't be around Saturday though. Steven's looking to be there. I know your brother is. I'm hopefully going to be there. So appreciate the thumbs up. Any of that's good. Just getting up here. Let's see. Talking about the weather. I mean, the weather's been a big deal this year. It's been really a bad winter, really. But we got a little bit of a break, so. LM said he's never seen broken. Well, I mean, you don't really see broken ones like this. I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. You don't see that much. But this is not because they're bonded. Look, they have bonded. I have never bought a pair or a set of these where this has happened. So there's always a first for everything. And if they're riveted, if you drop them, they could still break. Actually, I would think they would be more likely to break because they have the holes and it's going to connect dots and cracks and stress and all this stuff. And this is just solidly bonded. So that's, I mean, I'm not arguing with you about it, but let's just think about that for a second, because, I mean, you can get any part and they drop it and it's going to ruin the part. It just depends on how it falls and how it hits and all that stuff. But, I've even, you talk about drum. As for drum, I've even seen broken brake pads, and brake pads can be pretty small. I've seen them broken and they're riveted because somebody drops it and it chips, or they drop something else on it, like they have it in the box and it's got a bunch of weight and it goes down and boom, hits it, cracks it right off. So, I mean, that stuff is, I don't know if they still use asbestos on this sort of thing. But I mean, they are like a composite style material. It's got, all kinds of different materials in it, things like that. And But here's the thing: I'm getting a new set. I'm not gonna have to pay for any of it. I don't have to ship it back. They just said, "How would you like to do it? You want a refund, or you want us to just send you a new set? Just send me a new set." I mean, it's OEM stuff. It's OEM. I mean, we're not going across Antarctica here. So, Andy says he's got two 69 Plymouth Valiants he's restoring. One is a 2-door. The other is a more-door, both size 6. Yeah, and Jeff mentions he's had bonded shoes come off backing while still in the garden. Now, I've taken some stuff apart that either be rust or whatever, and yeah, they've completely delaminated, just laying inside the drum when you pull the drum off. I kind of half expect that if they've been sitting around, and a lot of the stuff I get a hold of has been sitting. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm thinking of was the rear end in this car. When I got it from the junkyard, it probably sat in there for at least 35 years, possibly more. And when I finally got the drums off, the bonded pads were just completely, they was intact, but they just fell off. So, yeah, it's just subjective. It's you'll talk to people that talk about Chrysler products being trash. A lot of times it depends on the era, depends on what it is, and when some people had a 30-year-old car and it's a piece of garbage, they were awful quality. Well, yeah, it's 30 years old. How well did you maintain it? If it was new, what model was it? What era was it? If you buy anything Chrysler from the late 70s and very early 80s, very good chance that it's trash. They had an awful reputation. They ruined their reputation during that time period. So you're going to get a lot of trash. I don't know what to tell you. But, there's always exceptions, even in that. Yeah, the new ones are trash. Yeah, and a lot of new parts really are just bad quality. I've had some Moog parts. Now Moog is kind of getting in the gray area. A lot of that stuff is Chinese made. They're using rubber that's just not fitting the bill, and it's getting dry rotted in a matter of like a year or two. That's not good. The upper control arm bushings in the van are the original ones. When I rebuilt the front end of that, that's the only parts I did not replace because they was actually in moderately good shape. And that's the upper control arms. They're 53 years old. So I'll probably change them in a couple years. But right now, it's holding true. There's no slop in them. You only see a little bit of dry rot around the edge. The problem with some of this new stuff, depending on who's putting it out, which is most of these places, you're getting dry rot in a matter of a year. I bought a O-ring kit in a little box from AutoZone several years ago, and I kept it hanging on the wall, like around my toolbox, and used a couple of them right off the bat because I needed them. And then a few months later, I needed one of them for something. Went and got it out and stretched it around the shaft of the part, and it snapped. And it was completely dry rotted. So I checked another one, just simply pulled it, and snap. They just disintegrated. So I just threw the whole thing out. Like, what good was that? So a lot of your Moog parts are getting like that because they have went over to China and made all this stuff. It's, and you could go any number of reasons why we have this problem. Any number of reasons. Explanations. Come on, chat. So, got a 2015 Dodge Camry that's a pain in the, well, I would imagine so. A lot of stuff is just overly complex, especially new stuff now. But let's not get too much into the new stuff because that's not what we're about. If we buy new parts, that's one thing. I'm trying to remember what brand that these were. The ball joints. They are not Moog. I'll tell you what, I have AC Delco, which that is a GM. That came off of a GM spin off years ago, but they make parts for all lines, which, you know, a lot of the car makers make general purpose car parts for other lines. But AC Delco on the van, I got lower upper ball joints, I believe, and tie rod ends are AC Delco, and they've been great. So I say, from my experience with their aftermarket chassis parts, I would recommend. Some of these are AC Delco. Some of them were carried in AC Delco, so I probably would have got everything. I think the tie rod ends are available in AC Delco, so I have no problem with that. You can look at it and go, well, it's a GM part. Well, not necessarily, because obviously it's spec to fit the Chrysler product. We got John Covert on. He's checking in from Rancho Cucamonga. Haven't checked in for a while, but still watching. Glad to have you, John. I know you've been around for quite a while. I think probably since about the beginning, if I'm not mistaken. So appreciate having you here. Eric Wilson, he replaced the front axle shaft U-joints in a 78 W150 just because they were the originals. 2 months later, the new ones wore out. So aren't we right? We're all right, aren't we? We know what's up. So it's just kind of wading through stuff and seeing who makes the best thing. I know a lot of people are having trouble with, I mean, this is nothing new, but like breaking in rebuild engines. You know, the cams are wiping out. The lifters are getting wiped out. They don't have a proper crown on some of them. Or is it the right oil? Are we using the oil that we want? Does it have zinc in it? You know, the old engines like having zinc in them. You know, the new engines are mostly synthetic blends or synthetic fully, and are engineered to not need that zinc. So you have to kind of search for zinc. But is that always the case? It could be a steel issue. Could be more China steel. The metallurgy might not be up to par. So this is stuff we're kind of wading through. We need some really good testing on some of this stuff. There's apparently only maybe 1 to 3 companies making lifters for everything. Because a lot of stuff gets branded one thing, the other, and it looks like there's 20 different brands out there, but there's really like 2 or 3. It's like when you go to like Walmart and buy a Campbell Hausfeld something, you know, Campbell Hausfeld might be selling it as Craftsman at Lowe's, you know, so it's the exact same stuff sometimes, and you're just trying to figure out what's what, and that makes it difficult. Almost, I'm kind of against that because it makes it a little deceiving in some cases. But I understand there's low levels, high levels, mid levels of stuff, and some of them are. And the food industry is that way too. You go buy something from, like for instance, you have Cost Cutter. I guess they still have Cost Cutter at Kroger, and you buy Cost Cutter or Great Value from Walmart. That's the famous one now. And those are made by different companies. This product might be made from this company. This product made from that company. But they kind of disguise it in, well, this is our house brand. And then you have like Private Selection. That's like a top end. It's have some really good stuff, and somebody makes it, and you can usually figure it out if you research. But you know who makes it? Well, the car world is the same way, and there's just who makes what, and what do we want to deal with today. Oil filter and cooler in the van leaking oil bad. Yeah, let's get you some new seals and be done with it. So, was there anything I need to show you? Is there anything I need to show you? Do we need to go over anything before I hop off of here for the night? Goodness, I tell you what, I need to order some more stickers. We're down to about 5 or 6 of those. I might do some special versions of those Hoosier Garage stickers. Maybe there's not a lot else. I kind of went over it. I got the gas tank for the duster over there in the sandblast cabinet. I just kind of work on that periodically, knocking all the heavy scale off of it. I think it's usable. It's got some rough spots that I've been able to pull out, but I think we're good. You can have to weld a couple spots on it. No, there was no gas in it, and it's been dry for a long time. So we'll probably have to get a gas tank kit so you can line the inside of it with a material, or not a material so much, but a coating. I think Eastwood has a good one, so we'll try We'll try something like that. But one more look around. We'll just do once around. Got some stuff in here we need to clean up. Need to get me some cabinets so I can put a lot of this stuff away. I'd like to have a nice, neat, straight edge shop with stuff hanging on the walls, like what we got over there and all that. That's fun. But what can you say? So, anyways, I might go in and work on a video, might not. I don't know. We'll see. I need to put one out here another day, so keep it consistent. But other than that, I think that's about it. I'm running out of words. So, if y'all see another video pop up, make sure you watch it. If there's any in the last couple of weeks that I've put out and you haven't checked out, make sure you check them out once you get off here. Give you something to do, and give us a like, thumbs down, thumbs up, comment, all that good stuff. So, y'all take care. Have a good evening. Have a good Monday. Don't kill yourself or anybody else. Goodbye.